little slip inside your programs. Oh, well, it says that Mr. Goldsmith. I'm so frightfully nervous. I need to finish this before he comes up from his dressing room because he doesn't know what I'm doing. If he knew what I mean, what I'm trying to say, and of course I'm saying it very badly because I never could speak in public, but the fact is, neither can Edwin. You'll excuse my calling him Edwin. I know, I should speak of him as Mr. Goldsmith. But perhaps I should explain that we are married, and so the force of habit is very strong, yes? Isn't it? It is, isn't it? Yes, you know, yes. Well, what I'm trying to say, what I mean, well, it's like, you know, a bit of applause might encourage me, perhaps, if you don't mind. Thank you. This is so ridiculous, isn't it? Being this nervous in front of my friends. But I have had the most dreadful week at home over this speech of Edwin's. Well, he gets so angry with me when I try to explain to him that he cannot make a speech and that nobody wants him to make one. Well, I only wanted to encourage him. But he gets so irritable when he has to build a theater. Well, you wouldn't notice it by watching him act, but you just don't know what he can be like at home. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just thought I should come and ask you to please be very nice and kind to him when he is speaking. And if he is nervous, try not to notice it. And please don't make any noise. The slightest sound upsets him, and it puts his speech right out of his head. And it really is a very good speech. He will not let me see the manuscript, and he thinks I know nothing about it, but I have heard him give it 4 times in his sleep. He does it very well when he's asleep. He sounds quite like an orator. But unfortunately now he is awake. And he is in a fearful state of nerves. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I should just ask you to please be kind to him. After all, we are old friends, aren't we? Thank you. Well, this is your promise to me, to be kind to him. Well, I'll run away now. Please don't tell him I dared to do this. And please, no noise. If even a hairpin drops, all is lost. Mr. Conductor, would you be so very good, and when he gets to the pathetic part, play a little bit of slow music for him, something affecting, you know.
Certainly, Mrs. Goldsmith, certainly.
Thank you. You know, it is one of the great sorrows of his life that management will not give him any engagements in melodrama. Oh, not that he likes melodrama, no. But he always says that the slow music is such a support when you're up on the stage, and he needs all the support he can get tonight, the poor fellow. I mean, he really just... Yes, what's the matter?
The governor's dressing, coming up now.
Not one word.
Quite so. honest, I'm quite self-possessed. It would be silly for me to... There's no occasion for nervousness. I'm quite accustomed to public life.
Oh, never mind, dear. Oh, it was only the desk. Come. Oh, well, you're quite all right now, aren't you? The audience is waiting.
I thought it was the station collapsing.
Oh, well, there's no station there now, dear. It's quite safe. Oh. There. They're all right?
Dear friends, I wish I could call you ladies and gentlemen. What's the matter?
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I could call you dear friends.
What did I say?
Well, you said it the other way about, but it's no matter. Go on. They'll understand.
Well, what difference does it make? How am I to make a speech if I'm to be interrupted in this way? Please excuse my poor wife, ladies and gentlemen. She's naturally a little nervous for tonight. You will overlook a woman's weakness. Compose yourself, dearest. The piece of land on which this theater is built is mentioned in the Great Survey and recorded in the Doomsday Book. And you will be glad to hear that I have succeeded in tracing that history almost year by year for the 800 years since that book, perhaps the most interesting of all English books, was written. That history I now propose to impart to you. Angelina, I can make a speech if you look at your watch.
Oh.
If you think I'm going on too long, just say so.
Oh, not at all, dear. It's just that, well, our friends might not be as interested in history as you are.
Well, why not? I am surprised at you, Angelina. Do you suppose this is an ordinary, frivolous audience of mere playgoers? You are behind the times. Look at our friend Herbert Beerbohm Tree, making a fortune off of Roman history. Or look at the court theater. Why, they listen to this sort of thing for 3 hours at a stretch there. Look at the Royal Institution, the Statistical Society, the House of Commons. Are we less scholarly, less cultured, less serious than the audiences there? And I say nothing of my own humble powers, but am I less entertaining than an average cabinet minister? You show great ignorance of the times we live in, Angelina, and if my speech bores you, that just shows that you are not in the movement. I am determined that this theater shall be in the movement.
Well, all I can tell you is, if you don't get a little bit more movement in your speech, you won't have time to play pickles.
That does not matter. We can omit pickles if necessary. I have played pickles before, and if you think I'm burning to play pickles again, well, you're very much mistaken. If the true nature of my talent were understood, I should be playing Hamlet. Ask the audience if they would not like to see me play Hamlet. Huh?
Yes.
There. And you ask why I don't play Hamlet instead of pickles.
I never asked you anything of the kind.
Please don't contradict me, Angelina. At least not in public. I say you ask why I do not play Hamlet instead of pickles. Well, the reason is that anybody can play Hamlet. It takes me to play pickles. I leave Hamlet to those who can provide no livelier form of entertainment. I am now going back to the year 1100.
No, sir, you can't go back all that way. You promised me you'd be done in 10 minutes. I've got to set for the first act.
Well, how is that my fault? My wife won't let me speak. I haven't been able to get a word in edgeways. Come, there's a dear chap. Just give me another 20 minutes. The audience wants to hear my speech. You wouldn't disappoint them, would you?
Well, it's as you please, sir, not as I please. Only don't blame me if the audience loses its last
get a more cultured staff. I appear to be getting along faster than I thought. I shall not keep you much longer now. Ladies and gentlemen, I have dealt with our little theater in its historical aspect. I have dealt with it in its political aspect, in its financial aspect, in its artistic aspect, in its social aspect, in its county council aspect, in its biological and psychological aspects. You have listened to me with patience and sympathy, and you have followed my arguments with intelligence and accepted my conclusions with indulgence. I have told you why I've given our new theater its pleasant old name, why I have selected Pickles as our opening piece. I have told you of our future plans, of the engagements we have made, of the pieces we intend to produce, and the policy we are resolved to pursue. There remains only one word more. If that word were to have a personal note in it, you will forgive me. And if that note is a deeper and tenderer one than I usually venture to sound on stage, I hope you will not think it out of what I believe to be called my line. Ladies and gentlemen, it has now been 20 years since I and my dear wife have set... What's that noise? Stop! What do you mean by this? What is he doing? What is that sound?
Oh, that they're only supporting you, Edwin. Nothing could be more appropriate.
Supporting me? They have emptied my soul of all of its welling pathos. I've never heard anything so ridiculous. And just as I was about to pile it on about you, too.
Oh. Oh, well, do go on, dear. The audience was just getting interested.
So was I. And that band sets in on me? Is this Drury Lane or is this the Playhouse? Now I haven't the heart to go on.
But won't you please? You were getting on so nicely.
Of course I was. I had just gotten everyone into a thoroughly serious frame of mind. And then that silly band stops everybody laughing. This is just like the latest fashion in tragedy. All of my work for nothing. There's nothing left in my speech. It might as well have been the education bill.
But you must finish it, dear.
I won't. Finish it yourself.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps I had better finish it. You see, what my husband and I are trying to do here is a very difficult thing. We have some friends here tonight, some old valued friends, and some new ones too, we hope. But for the first time in this house of ours, we have the great public. And we dare not call ourselves the friends of the public. We are only its servants. And like all servants, we are afraid of seeming disrespectful if we allow ourselves to become too familiar. And we are most at ease when we are doing our work. We rather dread times like these when we are allowed or even expected to step out of our place and speak in our own persons, of our own affairs, or perhaps, even for a moment, very discreetly, of our own feelings. Well, what can we do? We recite a little verse, we make a little speech, but we're shy. And in the end, we put ourselves out of countenance, and we put you out of countenance, and we strain your attitude of kindness and welcome until it becomes an attitude of just resolve not to do that tonight, if we can help it. After all, you all know how glad we are to see you. You have the advantage of us. You can do without us. But we cannot do without you. I will not say that the drama's laws, the drama's patrons give, and we who live to please must please to live, because that is not true, and that has never been true. The drama's laws have a higher source than your caprice or ours, and in this playhouse of ours, we will not please you except on terms honorable both to ourselves and to you. But on those terms, we hope that you will spend many pleasant hours here, and we will spend as many hard-working ones as we did in our old home at the Haymarket. Well, may I disappear now and tell Edwin that his speech has been a great success after all, and that you are quite ready for pickles?
At last!
Henry, something dreadful has happened.
What's the matter?
I have lost your poems.
They were unworthy of you. I will write you some more.
No, thank you. Never any more poems for me. Oh, how could I have been so mad, so rash, so imprudent?
Thank heavens for your madness, your rashness, your imprudence.
Oh, be sensible, Henry. Can't you see what a terrible thing this is for me? Oh, suppose anybody finds these poems. What will they think?
They will think that a man once loved a woman more devotedly than ever man loved woman before. They will not know what man it was.
What is that to me if everyone will know which woman it was?
How will they know?
How will they know? My name is all over them. Oh, my silly, unhappy name. Oh, if only I had been christened Mary Jane, or Gladys Muriel, or Beatrice, or Francesca, or Guinevere, or something quite common. But Aurora. Aurora. Oh, I am the only Aurora in London, and everybody knows it. Oh, I believe I am the only Aurora in the world. Oh, and it's so horribly easy to rhyme to it. Oh, Henry, why didn't you try to restrain your feelings a little bit? Common consideration for me. Oh, and why didn't you write some little reserve?
Poems to you with reserve? You would ask me that.
Yes, dear, of course, it's very nice of you. I know it was my own fault as much as yours. I ought to have noticed that your verses ought never been addressed to a married woman.
How I wish they had been addressed to an unmarried woman. How I wish they had.
Indeed, you have no right to wish anything of the sort. Oh, they are quite unfit for anybody but a married woman. That's just the thing. What will my sisters-in-law think of them?
Have you got sisters-in-law?
Of course I have. Do you suppose I am an angel?
I do. Heaven help me, I do. I did.
Listen to me, dear. It's very nice of you to live with me in a dream and to love me and so on, but I can't help my husband from having disagreeable relatives, can I?
Of course, they're your husband's relatives. I forgot that. Forgive me, Aurora.
The fact is, Teddy's got nothing but relatives. He has 8 sisters, 6 half-sisters, and ever so many brothers. Oh, I don't mind his brothers. Now, if you only knew the least little thing about the world, Henry, you'd know that in a large family, though the sisters quarrel like mad with one another all the time, oh, yet let one of the brothers marry, and they all turn on their unfortunate sister-in-law, and devote the rest of their lives with perfect unanimity to persuading him that his wife is unworthy of him. Oh, they can do it to her very face without her even knowing it. Because there are always a lot of stupid, low family jokes that nobody understands but themselves. Oh, half the time you can't tell what they're talking about. It just drives you wild. There ought to be a law against a man's sister ever entering the house after he's married. I am as certain as that I'm sitting right here that Georgina stole those poems out of my workbox.
She will not understand them, I think.
She won't? She'll understand them only too well. She'll understand more harm than ever was in them. You nasty, vulgar-minded cat.
Don't think of people in that way. Don't think of her at all. Aurora, do you remember when I lay here at your feet and read you those poems for the first time?
I shouldn't have let you. I see that now. When I think of Georgina sitting there at Teddy's feet and reading them to him for the first time, oh, I feel I shall just go distracted.
You are right. It should be a profanation.
I don't care about the profanation, but what will Teddy think? What will he do? You don't seem to think a bit about Teddy.
To me, Teddy is nothing, and Georgina is less than nothing.
If you think a woman can't do any harm because she's only a scandal-mongering, dowdy ragbag, oh, you're greatly mistaken. Henry, just help me. Find a way out of this for me, and I'll bless you as long as you live. Oh, how wretched I am.
Oh, how happy I am.
Don't be selfish.
Yes, you are right. I deserve that. I suppose if I were going to the stake with you, I should still be so happy with you that I would hardly feel your danger more than my own.
Well, you are a dear, darling boy, Henry, but you're no use. I want somebody to tell me what to do.
Your heart will tell you what to do when the time is right. I have thought deeply on this, and I know what we two must do, sooner or later.
No, Henry. I will do nothing improper, nothing dishonorable.
If you did, you would no longer be Aurora. Our course is perfectly simple, perfectly straightforward, perfectly stainless and true. We love one another. I am not ashamed of that. I am ready to go out and declare it to all of London, just as I will declare it to your husband, when you see, as you soon shall see, that is the only way honorable enough for your feet to tread. Let us go out together this evening to our own house, without concealment and without shame. And remember, we owe something to your husband. We are his guests here, and he is an honorable man. He's been kind to us, and he has loved you, perhaps as much as his prosaic nature and sordid commercial environment have permitted. We owe it to him not to hear the truth from the lips of a scandalmonger. Let us go to him now, quietly, hand in hand, bid him farewell, and then walk out of the house without concealment and without subterfuge, in full honor and self-respect.
And where shall we go to?
We shall not depart by a hair's breadth from the ordinary natural current of our lives. We were going to the theater when the loss of the poems compelled us to take action at once. We shall go to the theater still. Except we shall leave your diamonds here, because we cannot afford diamonds and we do not need them.
I have told you already that I hate wearing diamonds. Only Teddy insists on hanging me all over with them. You need not preach simplicity to me.
I never thought of doing so, dearest. I know that these trivialities are nothing to you. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Instead of coming back here from the theater, you shall come with me to my home. Now and henceforth, our home. And in due course of time, when you are divorced, we shall go through whatever idle legal ceremony your heart desires. I attach no importance to the law. My love was not created in me by the law, nor can it be bound or loosened by it. That plan is simple enough and sweet enough, is it not? Here are some flowers, and I have the tickets. We shall go to your husband and ask him to lend us the carriage, to show that there is no malice, no grudge between us.
Teddy isn't in yet.
Well, let us take that calmly. We shall go to the theater, tell him when we come back. Now, tomorrow, 3 hours hence, what difference does it make, provided all is done in honor, without shame or fear?
What did you get tickets for? Lohengrin?
I tried, but Lohengrin was sold out for tonight.
Then what did you get?
Can you ask me? What else is there we two could endure, except Candida?
Candida. No, I won't go to it again, Henry. It is that play that has done all the mischief. Oh, I'm very sorry I ever saw it. It ought to be stopped.
Hurrah!
Yes, I mean it.
That's the finest of love poems, the poem that revealed to us what we really felt for one another, that gave us the courage to speak for one another.
Just so. It put a lot of stuff in my head that I should never have dreamt of for myself. Oh, I imagined myself just like Candida.
You were right. You are just like Candida.
Oh, stop. And I thought you were like Eugene. Now that I come to look at you, you are rather like him too.
Aurora, if Candida had loved Eugene, she would have gone with him out into the night without a moment's hesitation.
Henry, do you know what's wanting in that play?
There is nothing wanting in that play.
Yes, there is. There's a Georgina wanting in it. And if Georgina had been there to make trouble, oh, that play would have been a true-to-life tragedy. Now, I'll tell you something I've not yet told you.
What's that?
I took Teddy to it. I thought it would do him good. So it would, if only I could have kept him awake. Georgina came too. And you should have heard the way she went on about it. She said it was downright immoral, and that she knew of the sort of woman who encourages boys to sit at the hearthrug and make love to them. Oh, she was just preparing Teddy's mind to poison it about me.
Let us be just to Georgina, dearest.
Let her deserve it first. Just to Georgina, indeed.
She really sees the world in that way. That is her punishment.
How can it be her punishment when she likes it? Oh, it'll be my punishment when she brings that budget of poems to Teddy. I wish you'd have some sense and sympathize with my position a little bit.
My dear, I really don't care about Georgina or about Teddy. All of these squabbles belong to a plane of which I am, as you say, no use. I have counted the cost, and I do not fear the consequence. What is there to fear? Where's the difficulty? What can Georgina do? What can your husband do? What can anybody do?
Do you mean to say that you propose we should walk right bang up to Teddy and tell him we're going away together?
Yes! What could be simpler?
Do you think for a moment he'd stand for it? Like that half-baked clergyman in the play. He'd just kill you.
Oh, you do not understand these things, my darling. How could you? In one way, I am unlike the poet of that play. I have kept to the Greek ideal and not neglected the culture of my body. Your husband could make a second-rate heavyweight if he were in training and 10 years younger. As is, he could, if strung up by a burst of passion, give a good account of himself for perhaps 15 seconds. I am active enough to stay out of his reach for 15 seconds, and after that I should simply be all over him.
By what do you mean all over him?
Don't ask, dearest. At any event, you need not be anxious about me.
What about Teddy? Do you mean to tell me that you were going to beat Teddy before my very face, like a brutal prize fighter?
Oh, this alarm is needless. Believe me, nothing will happen. Your husband knows I'm capable of defending myself, and under such conditions, nothing ever does happen. Of course I shall do nothing. The man who once loved you is sacred to me.
Doesn't he still love me? Has he told you anything?
Oh, no, dearest, dearest, how agitated you are. How unlike yourself. All of these worries belong to the lower plane. Come with me to the higher one, to the heights, to the solitudes, to the soul world.
No. It's no use, Mr. Upjohn.
Mr. Upjohn?
Excuse me, I meant Henry, of course.
How could you even think of me as Mr. Upjohn? I never think of you as Mrs. Bumpus. It's always Aurora.
Yes, that's all very well, Mr. Upjohn. No, it's no use. I've suddenly begun to think of you as Mr. Upjohn, and it's ridiculous to go on calling you Henry. Oh, I thought you were only a boy, a child, a dreamer. I thought you'd be too much afraid to do anything. And now you want to beat Teddy, and to break up my home and disgrace me, and make a horrible scandal in the papers. It's cruel, unmanly, cowardly.
Are you afraid?
Of course I am afraid. So would you be if you had any common sense.
Perfect love casteth out fear. That is why I am not afraid. Mrs. Bumpus, you do not love me.
Thank you, Henry. You really can be very nice.
Why do you thank me?
For calling me Mrs. Bumpus again. I feel that now you're going to be reasonable and behave like a gentleman. What is the matter?
Once or twice in my life, I dreamt that I was exquisitely happy and blessed. But oh, the misgivings at the first stir of consciousness, the stab of reality, the prison walls of the bedroom, the bitter, bitter disappointment upon waking. This time I thought I was awake.
Listen to me, Henry. You really haven't time for all that sort of flapdoodle now. Take care. You nearly hit me in the chin with the top of your head.
Oh, I beg your pardon. What is it you wish me to do? I am at your service. I am ready to behave like a gentleman if you would only be kind enough to explain exactly how.
Thank you, Henry. I was sure you would. You're not angry with me, are you?
Go on. Go on quickly. Give me something to think about, or I'll...
Don't break my fan. No, don't. That is a stupid trick, and I don't like it. You've got no right to do that. How could you be so inconsiderate?
I beg your pardon. I will buy you another.
You will never be able to match it. It was a particular favorite of mine.
You should simply have to do without it, that's all.
That's not a very nice thing to say after breaking my pet fan, I think.
If you only knew how close I was to breaking Teddy's pet wife and presenting him with the pieces, you would be glad that you were still alive instead of howling about 5 shillings worth of ivory. Damn your fan!
Don't you dare swear in my presence. One would think you were my husband.
This is some horrible dream. What has become of you? You are not my Aurora.
If you've come to that, what has become of you? To think I would have ever encouraged you had I known you were such a little devil.
Don't drag me down. Help me find my way back to the heights.
If you would only be reasonable, Henry. If you would only see that I am on the brink of ruin and not go on calmly saying it's all quite simple.
It seems so to me.
Oh, if you say that again, I shall do something I'll be sorry for. Oh, here we are, standing on the edge of a frightful precipice. Oh, no doubt it's quite simple to go over and have done with it, but can't you suggest anything more agreeable?
I can suggest nothing now. A chill black darkness has fallen. All I can see are the ruins of our dreams.
Can't you? Oh, well, I can. I see Georgina rubbing those poems into Teddy, and I tell you, Henry Upjohn, that you've got me into this mess, and you must get me out of it again.
All I can say is I am completely at your service. What is it you wish me to do?
Do you know anyone else named Aurora?
No.
There's no use in saying no in that frozen, pig-headed way. You must know some other Aurora somewhere.
You told me that you were the only Aurora in the world. Oh, God, you were the only Aurora in the world to me.
Yes, of course, dear. It's very nice of you. I appreciate it. Indeed I do, but it is not reasonable at present. Now, just listen to me. I suppose you remember all those poems by heart?
Yes, by heart. Don't you?
Well, I can never remember verses. And besides, I have been so terribly busy that I have not had time to read them all. Though I intend to the very first moment I get. I promise you that most faithfully, Henry. But now try and remember very particularly. Does the name Bumpus occur in any of the poems?
No.
You're quite sure?
Of course I am quite sure. How could I use such a name in a poem?
Well, it rhymes to rumpus, which seems appropriate enough at present, goodness knows. But you're a poet if you want to know.
What does it matter now?
It matters quite a bit. If there's nothing about Bumpus in any of the poems, we can say that they were written to some other Aurora, and that you showed them to me because my name is Aurora too. So we've got to invent another Aurora for the occasion.
Oh, if you mean me to tell a lie.
Surely, as a man of honor, as a gentleman, you wouldn't tell the truth.
Very well. You have broken my spirit and desecrated my dreams. I will lie and protest and stand on my honor. Oh, I will play the gentleman, never fear.
Yes, of course. Put it all on me. Don't be mean, Henry.
Oh, you are quite right, Mrs. Bumpus. I beg your pardon. You must excuse my temper. I have growing pains, I think.
Growing pains.
The process of growing from romantic boyhood into cynical maturity usually takes 15 years. When it's compressed into 15 minutes, the pace is a little fast and growing pains are the result.
Is this a time for cleverness? It's settled, isn't it? You are going to be nice and good and that you'll brazen out of Teddy that you have some other Aurora.
Yes, I am capable of anything now. I shouldn't have told him the truth by halves, and now I'll not lie by halves. I will wallow in the honor of a gentleman.
Dearest boy, I knew you would. I just... Shh.
What is it?
It's Teddy. Oh, I hear him tapping the new barometer. He can't have anything serious on his mind or he wouldn't do that. Oh, perhaps Georgina hasn't said anything yet. Try and look as if there was nothing the matter. Give me my gloves, quick. Go further away from me, quick. If I were to button my gloves and you were to hum a tune, don't you think that...
The tableau would look complete in its guiltiness. Oh, for heaven's sake, Mrs. Bumpus, let the gloves alone. You look like a pickpocket.
Oh, hello. I thought you were at the theater.
I felt anxious about you, Teddy. Why didn't you come home to dinner?
Oh, I got a message from Georgina. She asked me to come to her.
Poor dear Georgina. I'm sorry I've not been able to call on her this past week. I hope nothing's the matter with her.
Nothing, just anxiety for my welfare and yours. By the way, John, I should like to speak with you this evening if Aurora can spare you for a moment.
I'm at your service.
Oh, no hurry. After the theater will do.
We have decided not to go.
Indeed. Well, shall we adjourn to my snuggery?
You needn't move. I shall go lock up my diamonds since we're not going to the theater. Did you give me my things?
We shall have more room down here.
I think I should prefer plenty of room.
Just so we're not disturbing you, Rory.
Not at all.
Do these manuscripts look at all familiar, may I ask?
Manuscripts?
Perhaps you'd like to look a little closer.
Oh, why, these are my poems.
So I gathered.
What a shame. Mrs. Bumpus has shown them to you. Why, you must think me an utter ass. Years ago, when I was reading Swinburne's Songs Before Sunrise, nothing would do me then but to reel off a bunch of songs to the sunrise. Aurora, the rosy-fingered Aurora. These are all about Aurora. When Mrs. Bumpus told me her name was Aurora, I couldn't resist the temptation to lend them to her to read. Hadn't bargained on your unsympathetic eyes.
That's really very ready of you. You are cut out for literature. And the day will come when Rory and I will be proud to have you about the house. I've heard far thinner stories from much older men.
Do you mean to imply you don't believe me?
Do you think I should believe you?
I don't understand. Why not?
Oh, come now. Don't underrate your own cleverness. I think you understand pretty well.
I assure you, I am quite at a loss. Can you not be a little more explicit?
Don't overdo it, old chap. However, I will be just so far explicit as to say that if you think that these poems read as if they're being addressed not to a live woman, but to a shivering, cold time of day at which you've never been awake in your life, you don't do justice to your own literary powers, which I admire and appreciate, mind you, as much as any man. Come now, own up. You wrote these poems to my wife. Of course you did.
Mr. Bumpus, I pledge you my word you are mistaken. I need not tell you that Mrs. Bumpus is a woman of stainless honor who's never cast an unworthy thought on me. Why, the fact that she has shown you my
Well,
poems...
that's not a fact. I came by them without her knowledge. She didn't show them to me.
Well, does that not prove their perfect innocence? She would have shown them to you immediately had she taken your rather unfounded view of them.
Really now, John, don't abuse your intellectual gifts. Do you really mean to say that I am making a fool of myself?
Believe me, you are. I pledge you my word you are mistaken. I have never had the slightest feelings for Mrs. Bumpus beyond the ordinary feelings that one would have for a pleasant acquaintance.
Oh, indeed.
Why, I should never have dreamt of writing poems for her. Why, the thing is absurd!
Why is it absurd?
Well, as it happens, I do not admire Mrs. Bumpus in that way.
Let me tell you that Mrs. Bumpus has been admired by better men than you soapy-headed little puppy, you.
She's not to insult me like this. I assure you on my own.
You don't admire Mrs. Bumpus. You wouldn't dream of writing poems to Mrs. Bumpus? Mrs. Bumpus is not good enough for you, is she? Who are you, pray, that you should be so bloody superior?
Mr. Mr. Bumpus, I can make allowances for your jealousy.
Jealousy? Me? Jealous of you? No! Nor of 10 like you. But if you think that I'll just stand here while I let you insult my wife in her own home, you are mistaken.
How can I convince you? Be reasonable. I tell you that my relations with Mrs. Bumpus are relations of perfect coldness, of indifference.
Say that again. Say it again. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Ah! You're not even worth kicking.
Oh, look here, I'll not stand for this. I tell you, Mrs.
So you've got some blood in your body after all. Good
Ridiculous!
job.
This is ridiculous!
What is Mrs. Bumpus to you? I'd like to know. I'll tell you what she is. She is the smartest woman in the smartest set in South Kensington, and also the handsomest and the cleverest and the most fetching to experienced men who know a good thing when they see it, as opposed to soapy-headed little puppies who think nothing good enough for them. It's admitted by the best people, and to not know it argues yourself unknown. The first 3 actor-managers have offered her $100 a week to be on the stage when they start a repertory theater, and I think they know what they're about as well as you. The only current cabinet member, whom you might consider a handsome man, has neglected the business of the country to dance with her. But we don't belong to our set as a regular thing. The first professional poet has written her a sonnet worth all of your amateur trash. And that ascot, the son of a duke, has excused himself from calling on me on the grounds that his feelings for Mrs. Bumpus were not consistent with his duty to me as host. It did him great honor, and me too. But you don't care for Mrs. Bumpus. You treat her with coldness, with indifference, and you have the cool cheek to tell me so to my face? For 2 pins, I would flatten your nose to teach you some manners. Presenting a fine woman to you is like casting pearls before swine. Before swine, do you hear?
You call me a swine again, and I'll land one on your chin that'll make your head sing for a week.
What?
You shan't, Teddy, you shan't. You will be killed. He is a prize fighter.
I'll prize fight him.
Henry, don't let him fight you. Promise me that you won't.
I have the most frightful bump on the back of my head.
Not until you have promised. Not until you both have promised. Teddy, you promise, don't you? Yes. Could you promise?
Not unless he takes it back.
He will. He does. Henry, you take it back, yes?
Oh, I take it back. I take it all back. All. Without reserve.
Is nobody going to help me up? Now, won't you both shake hands and be good?
I shall do nothing of the sort. I have steeped myself in lies on your behalf, and the only reward I get is a bump on the back of my head the size of an apple. How I shall go back to the straight path.
Henry, for heaven's sake.
It's no use. Your husband is a fool and a brute.
What is that you say?
I say you are a fool and a brute. And if you'll go outside with me, I'll say it again. Those poems were written for your wife, every word of them, for her and for no one else. I wrote them because I loved her. I thought her the most beautiful woman in the world, and I told her over and over again. I adored her, do you hear? I told her you were a sordid, commercial chump, utterly unworthy of her, and so you are!
You don't mean that.
Oh, I do mean that, and a lot more, too. I asked Mrs. Bumpus to walk out of the house, to leave you, to get a divorce from you and marry me. I begged and implored her to do it this very night. It was only her refusal to do so that ended things between us. What she can see in you, goodness only knows.
Oh, Jack, why didn't you say that before? I do apologize. But bear no one now. Let's shake hands. Make him shake hands with me, Rory.
Henry, after all, he is my husband. Forgive him. Shake his hand.
You've got to own that none of your literary heroines can hold up to my Rory. Huh, Rory? They can't resist. None of them. Never knew a man who could last more than 3 days.
Don't be foolish, Teddy. I hope you were not really hurt, Henry. Oh, poor boy. What a bump. I must get some brown paper and vinegar.
Would you do us a great favor? I really hate to ask, but it would be a to us both.
What can I do?
May we get these poems printed? We'll do it in the best style, sumptuous binding, the best paper, everything first class. They're beautiful poems. I should like to show them about a bit.
Henry, if you wouldn't mind.
I do not mind. I am past minding anything. I have grown too fast this evening.
How old are you, Henry?
This morning I was 18. Oh, God, confound it. I'm quoting that beast of a play.
What shall we call the volume? To Aurora, or something like that, huh?
I should call it How He Lied to Her Husband.